Good people YouTube, I'm the Watch Idiot, and I'm a little sad because, yep, you read the title right. Something is not right with my The Citizen AQ4091, one of my absolute favorite watches that I got 7 months ago, and yeah, I mean, I'm sad because I love wearing it, and also now that the cooler months are coming in, I can wear it on that awesome bracelet. But in the end, I'm at a crossroads, and I need your guys' help to figure out what I should do. Because in this video, I'm going to go over what exactly is wrong with my The Citizen and what I'm planning to do about it, but I want to hear from you guys whether or not it's worth fixing it now, and of course, all your experiences with warranty work surfacing watches, whatever the brand may be, because as you'll see, the decision at hand is not as clear-cut as I'd like it to be. And as I go through everything, I'll get into my thoughts about what sort of issues constitute a problem for me and what my threshold for imperfection is and what I think of the whole service your watch every 5 years advice. So yeah, let's get into it. First things first, what's actually wrong with my The Citizen AQ4091? Thankfully, it's nothing super intense, at least as far as I can tell, but the stated accuracy range of this movement is plus or minus 5 seconds a year, which is simply incredible and on another level. But now I've noticed that 7 months after getting the watch, it's running 7.5 seconds fast, and there was a bit of a jump at the beginning and then it stayed steady and then it kind of increased after that, as far as I can tell. But either way, it's looking to average 10 to 12 seconds a year, which, if you know math, is more than double the stated range of plus or minus 5 seconds a year. So yeah, but first of all, if the warranty on my The Citizen had expired, I wouldn't even bother and I wouldn't even feel bad, because let's not forget how incredible gaining 7 seconds in 7 months really is. I mean, I honestly don't really feel the need to send it in. So that makes me think, do I really need to do anything with it? Because if there was some way to know for sure that everything is fine, it's just a little bit off, then maybe I'd be okay with it. But on the other hand, it's on track to be 10 to 12 seconds gained in a year, which is still amazing, but it is, again, double the range. So stepping back for a bit, on a normal automatic watch or just a mechanical watch, if that's not an insignificant amount, so for a cost certified watch, that would mean getting about 12 plus seconds a day, and then for Seikos, it's like gaining like 8 minutes a day. So yeah, I mean, that would worry me a lot. And I worry mainly because I just don't know whether or not there's an underlying issue with the watch that could pose more issues in the future and could get worse, or there just might be a problem that'll come right after the warranty expires. Actually, now that I think about it, the seconds hand when I first got it was like 0.01 millimeters off to the left when I first got it, but it was very much within the realm of like, I must be seeing things, because it was that marginal. And as it turned out, soon afterwards, it looked perfectly lined up, which made me think my watch was gaslighting me. But I found out later on that the movement actually has a self-centering seconds hand feature, which I didn't know about, and I don't know how it works, but my God, like, just kudos to The Citizen for doing that. But the reason I bring all this up is because my overthinking mind is making me think, like, was the barely off seconds hand somehow an indication that something was wrong with this? We'll never know until it actually gets sent in and gets looked at. And plus, I've heard, and I'm sure many of you have heard, you know, horror stories, not necessarily about Citizen, but other brands ruining watches when they get sent in, and I don't want that to happen to my otherwise absolutely perfect watch, even though these stories are obviously mainly exceptions and not the norm. But then on the other hand, the good thing is that I was very, very pleasantly surprised to see that on the Citizen website itself, that their turnaround time is 10, 12 business days, not including shipping. So let's call that, you know, like a total of 3 to 4 weeks, which is incredible, because in my mind, sending any watch away just means like 3 months away. So that's a huge plus for Citizen, very impressive, and makes me feel a bit better about sending my beloved watch away. So I've gone over the issues with the watch, but I want to go over what my threshold and philosophy is regarding faulty watches or needing to get something fixed and when to service a watch. Just so I can figure out my own decision, and also you guys can help me out as well. Generally speaking, my threshold for accepting imperfections is somewhat high, more so when it comes to the movement accuracy on Seikos. I love it when a watch is brutally accurate, hence the reason why I own and love my The Citizen, that's plus or minus 5 seconds a year, and then I had a Grand Seiko that was also plus or minus 5 seconds a year. But if I have a Seiko that I absolutely love and it's running like 18, 20 seconds fast, that's not great, but I don't really care. I just love the watch, and I'll just pull out the crown every few days and move on with my life and just enjoy the watch and enjoy life. That said, they absolutely do need to tighten up their plus 25 to minus 15 seconds a day range. Like, come on. But for aesthetic or physical imperfections, I'm not quite as lenient. If there's dust on the dial, it's gonna drive me insane, unless I got said watch for an absolute steal, but even then. Or if a Seiko bezel is not reasonably lined up, or a chapter ring isn't lined up, I'll go in and readjust it myself. But if it's something very marginal, again, I'm not gonna let these things ruin my experience and my life, because that's no fun. I'm not in this hobby to seek out problems and issues with my watches. I'm in it to wear them and enjoy the watches while I'm living my life. I don't need to stress about microscopic things like this. So for my The Citizen, everything is spot on, everything is working, and seeing it gain a second per month is absolutely imperceptible. But a second a month is double the stated range, and any other watch, I would send it in if it was double the range. And plus for me, as far as servicing goes, if your watch is not getting trashed and it's running within range and the movement is healthy, which you can check by getting a time graph, or I'll put the link in somewhere here, there's no need to do anything, even if it's been 5 years, because the tolerances and the materials and the oils used in modern watches are great. My Pelagos from 8 years ago is running rock solid, and it just lives a normal life. It stays in a cool, not necessarily high, drier, humid environment, so why on earth would I spend hundreds of dollars servicing it? And that goes for any other watch. But of course, if something is wrong with your watch, or it's gaining or losing a lot of time, get it fixed. So there you have it. Let me know what you think about all this, the issue at hand, and also what your experiences have been with warranty and servicing. So yeah, until the next video, good day.